Hearing this, Sherwin Blair's face turned pale. He threw down his knife and sprinted out of the woods. Blair ran for his life, without showing any concern for his fiancée. Officer Emmett felt very helpless. Suddenly, Kevin stopped. He put Phoebe down and turned around to look at the fierce cougar that was running towards them. "Keep heading for the camp. It's that way." "Kevin, no! Go as fast as you can. I'll keep him here," Kevin yelled as he ran at the cougar without looking back. He picked up the knife that Blair had tossed on the ground and threw it at the cougar. Without thinking about his own safety, Kevin ran towards the dense forest, away from the camp. The angry cougar quickly followed behind. When Phoebe finally limped into the camp, Blake saw her and ran over to help her. "Phoebe, where's Kevin?" Kevin, in order to save me, he lured the cougar away in the other direction." They all heard a wailing sound that echoed from one end of the woods to the other. "That sounds like the cougar got him," they all thought. Some of the Joneses were happy to finally be rid of him. At least Phoebe had made it back. They had no sympathy for Kevin at all. No, Kevin can't die," Lily sobbed as she kept shaking her head no, unable to hold back her tears. Kevin risked himself to lure it in another direction so everybody could get back safely to the campsite. "Which one of you is willing to follow me back into the woods to find Kevin?" I'll go with you into the woods. Even if it's too late for Kevin, we can't leave him behind." "Kelly, are you kidding? I'm a police officer. Kevin just did what I should have done. I'll go too." "Okay, I'll go with you too." That very moment, Kevin was standing over a dead timber rattlesnake. Half of his body was covered in blood. He cracked its spine just below the head like it was a chicken. About 10 minutes later, Lily, Officer Emmett, and Phoebe finally convinced more than a dozen people to go into the woods to look for Kevin. Their jaws dropped when they saw him walking towards them holding a 6-foot-long timber rattlesnake. She hugged him tightly. It was only now that Lily understood that somehow Kevin had become so important to her and she had fallen in love with him. "Don't worry, Lily. I'm okay. Now, Lily, if you keep crying, I'm going to start crying too." Who's crying?" Lily said as she stepped back and wiped the tears from her face. Are you all right?" "Amazing. You fought with a cougar and then killed a rattlesnake with your bare hands. Hi. My name is Dalton Steele. I could certainly use a friend like you." "My name's Kevin." A lot of them were jealous to see Dalton being so friendly to Kevin. But what Kevin didn't know was that Dalton was the only heir to the Steele family business. Even Drake and Dominic Archer respected the man. Soon everyone broke into groups and started chatting with each other, but they didn't dare go back into the woods. Dalton found a place to treat Kevin's wounds. After talking for just a short time, they seemed to feel an instant connection. "It's a great place to get in touch with nature. It would be a shame to develop it and put up mansions." "I agree." Dalton's wife, Miranda, interrupted them to say that she wanted to take a walk along the river. "Kevin, I'm going to take a stroll with my wife. Let's chat some more when I get back," Dalton said as he put his arm around his wife's shoulder and walked off. Officer Emmett and Phoebe followed Lily to Kevin's side. "Kevin, please tell us. How did you drive that ferocious cougar away?" "I was just lucky." Just as he was about to say something, he suddenly heard a cry of surprise. "Everyone, come and look. Something just happened." As soon as he finished speaking, Kevin saw Dalton running towards them carrying Miranda in his arms. "Is there a doctor here?" Miranda was lifeless and kept spitting up saliva. She was having trouble breathing and her body was trembling. "Hello, Mr. Steele. My name is Ivan Daniels. I graduated from medical school." Just smiled and continued checking Miranda's vitals. "Mr. Steele, your wife's condition is very serious. I don't think she has more than an hour to live." "Dalton, don't worry. Tell me, did Miranda eat anything in the woods?" "Just now. While we were walking along the river, I found a pear on a tree, so I plucked it for her." It wasn't a pear, but it was a fruit that was very important in concocting herbal medications. Kevin remembered reading about it in his herbal guides. It was very similar to what some people call the apple of death because it's so poisonous. "Dalton, take a couple of people over to those plants down by the river. where the ground's a little marshy. Bring back a couple of those tall plants, the ones with the large leaves. Make sure you pull up the roots, too." Then Kevin turned to the doctor and asked him, "Do you have your medical bag in the tent? Please bring it right back." He picked up Miranda and put her on a blanket on the ground. Ivan came back with his medical supplies and Kevin helped him to clean Miranda's skin around her mouth. Then the doctor got an antihistamine ready. When Dalton came back with the plants a moment later, Lily got very worried by all of this and said to Dalton, "I'm not sure that Kevin has the training for this. You really should call the hospital right away."
"You're afraid that Kevin will kill my wife and I'll take it out on you. Don't worry. The doctor already said she couldn't make it to the hospital in time, so this is our only option right now."
When he said this, they all heaved a sigh of relief. Lily had been married to Kevin for 3 years and still doubted him. "Maybe I really don't understand him." Kevin took the plants from Dalton's hands and stepped away as the doctor continued to treat Miranda. "I need to go over to the chef's station to make an herbal remedy that will help her recover more quickly." Officer Emmett stared at Kevin in shock. She'd already taken one of Kevin's herbal meds, and so had Blair, but she didn't realize that he could make them himself. He started to use the cooking utensils that the chefs had set up by the main tent. After he was done, Kevin turned his head and pointed at Jason, Ivan, Butler, and Blair and said, "Take off your clothes. I need to start a fire." "Why don't you burn your own clothes?" "All right, I'll just tell Dalton that you aren't interested in helping." "Okay, they're only clothes." He just picked up the clothes Jason and the others had thrown on the ground and asked for a lighter. Then he set them on fire.
"Kevin, let's see how long you can keep pretending you know what you're doing. And now Phoebe and Lily will see your true colors. Then you can explain yourself to Dalton."
Just then, the roots that Kevin was holding in the fire started to crackle. He pulled them from the flame and took them back over to the chef's table where he made shavings and placed them in a bowl with some water. They could all smell the sweet fragrance, although the only one who was going to consume the concoction was Miranda. Kevin put some of the mixture in a glass and handed it to Dalton. She should be able to sip some of this by now. It will help her to recover a lot more quickly than what the doctor just gave her.
"Thank you, Kevin."
Lily stared at Kevin in amazement, and seeing that this might just work, she finally relaxed a little. But it still bothered her that she didn't know Kevin or trust him yet. Everyone was watching anxiously, wondering when she would show some signs that the cure was working.
Hi, Kevin here. If you are wondering what happens next, then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of InstaEmpire now with the link in the description.